Hey everyone, welcome to Top Think. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss our mind-blowing insights into human behavior. Now, let me ask you, do you find peace in spending time alone? Do social gatherings drain you instead of energizing you? If that sounds like you, you're not just quiet or shy, you may have one of the most powerful personality types in the world, the solitary thinker. Today, we're uncovering 5 amazing qualities of people who love being alone and the psychology behind why these traits make them so remarkable. 1. Deep self-sufficiency and independence. One of the most striking qualities of solitary people is their unmatched self-sufficiency. Psychologists describe this as a strong sense of internal locus of control, the belief that you are in charge of your own life and outcomes, rather than relying on others to solve your problems. This independence is not about being cold or distant, it's about confidence and resilience. People who thrive alone learn to trust themselves, make decisions without seeking constant validation, and find solutions quietly, which often leads to greater long-term success and emotional stability. For instance, while many of us depend on friends or social approval to feel accomplished, solitary people cultivate intrinsic motivation, meaning they do things because they find them genuinely meaningful, not because someone is watching. This makes them quietly powerful in both personal and professional life. 2. Exceptional observational and reflective skills. People who enjoy solitude often develop what psychologists call a spectator mentality. Because they spend more time observing rather than performing, they become hyper-aware of subtle patterns in behavior, language, and surroundings. They notice things others overlook, like a change in tone of voice, a new habit, or even subtle social dynamics. This isn't just being nosy. It's a cognitive strength. Solitary individuals often engage in metacognition, thinking about thinking. They reflect deeply on their experiences, their interactions, and the world around them. This reflection improves emotional intelligence, problem-solving abilities, and even creativity. Over time, these individuals develop insights that most people simply miss, giving them a unique edge in understanding both themselves and others. 3. Thoughtful and impactful communication. Many people assume that being quiet means being socially inept. In reality, introverts and solitary thinkers are often masters of meaningful communication. Psychologists have found that these individuals engage in deliberate speech, carefully choosing words that convey ideas clearly and effectively. Because they spend so much time thinking, reading, and reflecting, when they do speak, their words carry weight. This is rooted in cognitive depth and reflection, which allows them to articulate complex ideas in ways that resonate. They don't just talk to fill silence, they talk to inform, inspire, and connect. For example, a solitary person might listen attentively to a friend's problem, process it internally, and then respond with a thoughtful perspective that helps more than a quick or shallow comment ever could. 4. Emotional intelligence and empathy. Spending time alone doesn't make people less empathetic. It often makes them more emotionally intelligent. Psychologists suggest that solitary people develop enhanced emotional awareness because they spend so much time observing human behavior from a distance. They notice nuances in body language, tone, and expressions that others miss. This ability to read emotions allows them to connect deeply with those they care about, even if they don't have a large social circle. They are often the ones who remember small details about loved ones, offer precise support in times of need, and create bonds based on trust rather than superficial interactions. Their empathy is quiet but powerful, forming lasting and meaningful relationships. 5. Intrinsic motivation and goal-focused drive. Finally, solitary people are often some of the most goal-driven individuals you'll meet. Unlike extroverts who may pursue goals for social recognition, solitary thinkers are fueled by intrinsic motivation, the internal desire to grow, learn, or create. Psychologists link this to self-determination theory, which explains that humans perform best when driven by autonomy, competence, and purpose. When alone, they can focus deeply without distractions, making progress on complex projects, personal growth, or creative pursuits. Their dedication is self-directed, meaning their achievements are often more fulfilling because they are a reflection of personal passion rather than external validation. So, whether you identify as someone who enjoys their own company or simply want to understand the power of solitude, these 5 qualities show that being alone is not a weakness, it's a unique strength. Solitary thinkers are self-sufficient, reflective, emotionally intelligent, and deeply motivated, qualities that help them navigate life with purpose, insight, and impact. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to Top Think, and turn on notifications because we bring you more fascinating insights into the human mind every week.